Good morning. Good morning. Wednesday morning. I am Scott. In case you don't know, I am Scott. I am an American in Bangkok, my home for the past 30 plus years. And today we're going to be talking about Cambodia. Cambodia as a contender, as an expat destination. And for those of you who have been around for a long time. And I mean a long time. Now, I've been streaming. Well, I don't know how long I've been streaming, 4 or 5 years. Hello, everybody. Hello. I've been making videos and on YouTube. I started 12 years ago. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, I started 12 years ago. And somewhere right around the time I started, I said, Cambodia is not the same as Thailand. It's never going to be the same as Thailand. And while I love Cambodia, for me at the time, and even now, morning, Jim, it was not the destination, a premier destination as a place that expats want to go. Now, somewhere along the line, only maybe 6 months, a year in, what I did say was in another 10 years, Cambodia is going to be much more the destination for people. They're going to have their act together. They're going to get it together. And it's never going to be Thailand. They just don't have the natural resources as far as places that can be tourist attractions. They don't have the diversity that Thailand has. Thailand has mountains, it has the city, it has the beach, it has islands, it has all kinds of things. Cambodia has some of the same things, however, not in the quantity or necessarily quality that Thailand has. However, I think now, in the past, say, 2 years, it is much more the destination that people want to go to. They have made it much easier, and there still is a lot to do there. Now, I used to go to Cambodia all the time. And after a while, it started getting a little more modern. And I just kind of got a little bit tired of it. I went, I want to go to other places. I'm spending all my money in this place. Where else can I go? Which, by the way, I got a message, I don't know, yesterday or day before yesterday from some guy saying, you've been talking about moving down to the south and you've been talking about getting a motorcycle for years. You never do anything. I got a motorcycle. I go to Kanchanaburi. I've been to many places. What do you got to say about that? You're like an old man. You're 150 years old. And all I wrote was, I've been all over the world recently. And I had motorcycles in the past, but I don't now. And I don't know that I want to, which is why I always stop short of buying one. But I've been all over Thailand. I mean, like everywhere in Thailand. I don't have to uh, uh, prove myself to anybody. But I just thought it was interesting because even what is it, a year and a half ago, I went all around the world. I took a month, whatever it was. We went to Ecuador. We went to all these places. Oh man, and even then after that, I've been to many places, and I've been to a lot of places in Thailand. And as I said earlier, a couple streams ago, I'll be in Suratani soon. I have my trip planned for Tibet, and that's coming along. I've got my ticket for Tibet. I just need to pick the dates. Um, and then the whole family. I think the whole family is going to go to Japan in a April, and also I may go somewhere around November, December. I may go just alone to see my parents. So please don't tell me I never go anywhere. I don't do anything. I've done more than damn near anybody in this country, aside from people who all they do is travel and maybe they come into Thailand and they do things. There are people who have traveled more than me, of course, especially in Thailand and around the world, of course. But believe me, I've traveled my fair share, and I don't have to prove this really to anybody. And I think it's very interesting. You know, some people go to a channel and they watch one or two videos, and that's all they watch, and they don't search for where somebody has gone, what they have done. I've been to Hong Kong many, many times. I've been to Cambodia. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Myanmar. I've been to Laos. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to the US. I've been to Ecuador. I mean, really, the list just goes on and on. So please, if you think I don't go places, stick around. All right. I'll probably go to a lot more than most people ever go. Even the kids nowadays, the young people who are in their 20s. I saw some guy the other day asking about, hey, do you like Thailand better or Malaysia? To me, it's absolutely no contest. None at all. And then I got another message the other day where someone said, you're complaining. If you're going to complain, go back home. Why don't you go back home? Which is the standard line here. And the thing is this is home. I'm allowed to complain. Sometimes I complain, sometimes I don't. And I think most of I see all these things all the time. I don't know why I'm going off on this now, but I see these comments all the time on YouTube videos about Thailand, mostly Thailand, but I see it about the Philippines and many other places. Oh yeah, everybody just wants to pump up. It's the paradise. It's paradise there. That's all they want to do is say how nice it is. They never bring up any of the negatives. Okay, come on. I can bring up the negatives and the positives. I do it all the time. I don't want to be too negative, and I don't want to be too positive. I mean, that's the reality. There's a lot of negative things, and I've already said some of the big ones, which we're going to talk about today a little bit, and that is the pollution and the traffic. But there are a lot of other negatives, and some of that is the bureaucratic red tape, which I don't really have any of that. I don't have to deal with that. It just doesn't happen. There are some people who are complaining about having to do a 90-day report. Oh my God, I've got to do this. They're so freaking negative about it. This is going to stop me from going to Thailand. Now, the air quality today is absolutely dog shit. It's 196 here in Bangkok. 196. My nose is stuffed up. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's a crappy place to live during this time. And that's why I want to move. And I've been saying it for a while. The problem is I have a family. It's not so easy as I can just get up and go. I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave my family behind. I don't want it to be them and me. You understand? So we have to figure some things out. And my wife and I have been talking about it. We've been talking about getting a house for a long time. However, we don't pull the trigger because I say, I'd rather have the cash than another place to live. I'd rather be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want, which is what I do now. Now, the reason I'm talking about Cambodia today is because my buddy is back in Cambodia. He used to live in Thailand for a long time, and then he moved to Cambodia because he just was like, I've had enough of Thailand. I got to get out of here. Okay, so he did something about it, right? He went home to Seattle. He came back, and then he went, you know what? I'm going to stay there for a while. So he stayed there for maybe a year, and now he decided he wants to move back. So now he's moving back. So now, well, he told me some of the things that were happening when he was coming back, and as he was trying to move back into Cambodia, and he let me know some of these things. And I just decided to do a little research to figure some things out about what is necessary to get into not only Cambodia, but also the Philippines and Indonesia and Laos and Cambodia, and all these places. I narrowed it down a little bit. Become a social event. Okay. Now, I think the reason that is for you, Jim, is because to you, it's as it should be. It is not a big deal. You can do it online if you want. You can mail it in if you want. Some knuckleheads, they always think, I've got to go here. I've got to go to the immigration department to do it. No, you don't. And while in the past, the 90-day report online did not always work, it seems to work a lot more now. And I don't have to worry about it. It's a piece of cake, right? I used to mail it in. Piece of cake. Very easy. I mean, it would take me 5-10 minutes. Now, if you don't want to have to deal with a 5 to 10 minute, 15-minute situation, you think that's too difficult. I don't know what to tell you. You know, everything is not puppy dogs and rainbows. Sometimes you actually have to do something you don't want to do. And that's kind of how I look at my life. How many things do I have to do that I don't want to do versus how many things do I do whatever the hell I want? And to be honest, most of the time, I don't do anything that I don't want to do. 90-day report is a piece of cake. Come on. That's like, I mean, okay, for Jim, maybe it's a social event. It's no big deal. For me, it's always been just, you just do a little bit of paperwork. It takes me 10-15 minutes. I'm done. Even if I had to mail it in, I just go to, there's a little mail place right in here. There's one right next door. On my way over here, I stop there. I just give it to them. It's in a self-addressed stamped envelope. Boom, boom, it goes. You got a little, the envelope inside. It's like, it's a piece of cake, man. If you're whining about that, if you're whining about the money here, well, then don't retire. That's what I say. Don't retire. Do whatever you want. Don't retire. Now, right now, the US dollar is 33.92, which is below the 34 that I love. And for whatever reason, it's the bot's gotten a little stronger. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see what happens when Trump has been in for like the first 100 days. See where the bot is. But whatever, it's okay. I'm not complaining. 33.92 is not bad. Let's see here. As I said, the air quality is 196. That's really bad. That really is bad. And My mother, my not my mother, my wife is constantly talking to her sisters and to her nieces. She talks to them every couple of days. Right now, what we are trying to do, as opposed to let's get out of here and go somewhere, is we have some responsibilities, and one of them is Alex. And Alex has to have some jaw surgery. Now, I'm not going to let the kid go into the hospital and have surgery on his own. Here's the credit card, Alex. Go get it done. And then, he's laying there all alone like that. We're not going to do that. We don't do that. That's not the kind of family we are. We'll all be there. We'll be, with him. And, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He should be able to come home Monday. And then he has his jaw wired shut for at least a solid 2 weeks, maybe 3. So that's our responsibility. Then after that, maybe we'll go to Suratani, or I'll go alone, whatever. But that is going to happen. We always do. We always go down there. I can't even tell you how many times I've been there. It's too many. And I'm anxious because I want to see how things are progressing. Now it's a little bit different. It's not the same as when her mother lived there and when we just kind of were like sitting on the place. Now it's starting to really look like something. And with the piece of land that we just bought, we have, we have a big plot. We have a fair amount of land, so we can kind of do whatever we want. Right now, 24 Celsius, which is 75 degrees, high of 33, low of 20. The feel like temperature is 25 Celsius, and the humidity is 63%. So it's a very nice day today. 75 degrees. Humidity is 63%. Hard to beat. Very nice. So, as far as Cambodia goes, I thought about getting my buddy to come on, but he's doing his own thing there. And we had a nice long talk because I wanted to go over this. When he initially flew over to Cambodia, he flew from Seattle to South Korea, and from South Korea to Phnom Penh. He didn't come to Thailand. Went straight to Phnom Penh. Now, initially, when he was in Seattle, they said to him, "Hey, you're going into Cambodia. How are you going to get out?" And he said, "What do you mean?" I'm getting my retirement visa, because his retirement visa that he initially had, it expired. So basically what he has to do is go in on a tourist visa. And now in Cambodia, they have something new. It's called, I think it's a CEA visa. A CEA, what is it here? CEA arrival card. The CEA is a mandatory requirement for all travelers entering Cambodia by air. It's an electronic form that combines immigration, customs, health, and visa application information. And you are supposed to do this. It's kind of like the, what is it, ETA in Thailand? Is that what it's called? Yeah, ETA. The electronic travel authorization. It's kind of like that. So Cambodia is starting to change a little bit. As I said, when they don't need as much money, when they have a lot of tourists and they're starting to get overrun a little bit, that's when they start to back off and they start to go, okay, well, maybe we need to raise the visa fees. We need to do this. We need to do that. And then that's what they start to do. And they have already started that. But that's because Cambodia has caught up. It is closed the gap between Thailand. There are some people that want to live in Cambodia. They want to move over there. There's some people that want to live in uh, Vietnam. Now, Vietnam doesn't have a retirement visa. In Cambodia, you can get a retirement visa. So, there are people who want to come to Thailand, but some of them are like, I don't want to go to Thailand. I'm sick of Thailand. A lot of, as I've said, some people have had it with Thailand for whatever reason. For me, the reason that I would have had it is probably just because there's too many tourists. It's harder to find a place where you can go where there are almost no tourists and you're like going, yeah, this is what I'm here for. I want this. Where are you going to go? Where you're out in the middle of nowhere. Most people are never going to go to those kind of places. It's not going to happen. They are going to be in the city or a small city or even in a village or something like that. And to them, that's good enough. That's what they want. Now, I don't mind living in a place like that, a small village or something like that. But where are you going to go visit? And one thing that I heard about Malaysia and Thailand is that Thailand's a good place to visit. Malaysia's a good place to live. And to me, Malaysia has far less personality than Thailand. And while Thailand is a very good place to come and to visit, you come for a couple of weeks, even you come for 3 months or 6 months, and then you go back home somewhere else. It's great for that. I understand that. But I still think it's better than Malaysia. Okay. Now, when it comes to Cambodia, I would not live in Cambodia with my family and my kids. I just wouldn't do it. My buddy is single. That's why he goes over there. That's why he likes it there. And it's very laid back. And he's still working, but he's working online. He's got a good gig. He's got a good setup now. Now he's starting to make some money, and he's also getting Social Security, but the money that he's making is under the table, so it's very good for him, and he can sock away some cash. Now, this is a thing in Cambodia. While in the past there were virtually no services at all, now there are starting to be a lot more. And I'll give you an example, and I've talked about this. When I first started going to Cambodia, you had to bring cash. That's it. Every time I went, I bring $1,000 in cash, $1,500 in cash. Every time. I would go to Cambodia, 1,000. It depends how long I was going to stay. I would go for a week, and I'd have $1,000. And usually I would have some money left over. It was just to be safe. I'd have, an extra $200. If I had $1,500, I might be gone for 10 days, 2 weeks. That's how it used to be done. There were no ATMs. There was no Western Union. There were no places that could just send you cash like that. You went in with the cash, US dollars. And every time you spent the US dollars, they would give you your change in Cambodian riel. Now, things were much different then. I'm talking about, massage parlors, the whole weed Pete's. Everybody thought, oh my God, it's such a big deal. And now it's not such a big deal. And These are the days when you go down to the riverside, and the riverside at night, people just didn't go there. There were very, very few people walking around on the riverside. And the reason was because first, it was dangerous. And second, there wasn't much there. There was no casino. There was no casino. They didn't have casinos. They bulldozed that whole area so they could put that casino up near Riverside. Now you go there and it's, dare I say, in some places it's actually clean. But I used to go to some places in Cambodia, there were no services. You had cash, and if you wanted to, you had to put your cash in a safe, and you had to bring only what you wanted to lose in your pocket. Even though, I mean, I only really had any problems once in Cambodia, and it was late at night, so it wasn't really that big of a deal, but it was much different. Now, that place is a completely different world. Even in the last 10 years, it's a much different place. And I have not been going. My buddy said, "Oh, you want to come over here? I got a spare bed for you. No problem." I said, "Oh, okay, cool." But I don't know if I want to go back. Now, if I was considering living there, if they had a permanent visa, if they had something that could get you a passport, maybe I would do it just because I'd like to have 2 or 3 passports. But Cambodia is not one of the stronger uh, passports that I would want. But still, it's a good place to go if you're single. If you're single and you want something different to do and you want a little bit of adventure, especially if you've got some money. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. You can go into the mountains. You can go on tours in the mountains, like by yourself or with a buddy or something like that. There's all kinds of things to do, but not as many things to do as in Thailand. And for me, that's the deal breaker. I've done a lot of things in Cambodia when I was there. I don't think I don't even think Martini Bar is closed now. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure about Sharky Bar. Let me see here. I think it's still open. Yeah, it's the oldest. Closes at 9 p.m. Okay, Sharky Bar used to be one of the happening spots. Martini Bar was one of the happening spots. And everything's changed. They're all. What is this? Oh, this was last year. Is Sharky Bar open or closed? And do they owe the staff back pay? Now, I used to know the owner of the place. It was one guy, and he was a diver, Dave. But he sold his share and he left. He doesn't run the place anymore. Let me see what it says here. Definitely closed. Holy moly. They've definitely closed for the past few months. Sharky has been dead since the day after Mike's funeral. Bland and boring with shit food. Okay. And insufferable cunt stinking the gaff out with cheap cigars. Now, you see, when I used to go there, it was a happening place. The food was all right. It wasn't great food, but it was all right. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to see if it's still open or not, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, some of the happening places that people met up at, that the expats would go to. They're closed up now. Now they have, I forget the name. I can't even think about the street right now. But they have a couple of streets where they have little bars. And it's, back in the day, it was like if you went into a bar and you wanted to get a chick out of a bar, it was $5 or $10. Maybe you'd pay $20 if you wanted to spend the night. But that was how it was. But they didn't have all these little rinky-dink bars, all these little crappy bars. And I've been into a couple of them, and most of them are crappy little bars. No, but Jim, in Phnom Penh especially, it is becoming more and more modern. The infrastructure is decent. Their cell phone service has been decent for a long time. Uh, and I've been to Battambang, I've been to Siem Reap, I've been to Sihanoukville, I've been to many, many of the cities. And, it takes a little getting used to, but if you need things and, you want to use your phone to message somebody, it's not like you can't do it. It's not like, oh, well, Thailand has the cell phone. Cambodia, has landlines. That's not how it is. And okay, so getting into the country and how things work. Agents are the norm. They are the norm there. Here in Thailand, people, oh, they're not registered, or they're not reputable, or whatever it is. Oh, bullshit. There are some of them that are quite reputable. You can go to agents, you can do it yourself here, you can do whatever you want. But you can go to an agent, it's not a problem. Okay. In Cambodia, that's how it is. You use the agents. In fact, that's what my buddy is doing this time and what he did the last time. Now, how it works is you want to get a retirement visa, it's $290. The next year, when you want to extend that for a year, it's $270. So it's more expensive than Thailand. However, if you were using an agent in Thailand and you didn't have to do nearly as much, it would be a little bit more expensive than it is in Cambodia. No, there are a lot of places that, I mean, listen, I've traveled all throughout Cambodia. In fact, the guy who lives there, his name is Scott also. We once took, where did we leave from? From Poi Pet. We left from Poi Pet. We got a car and we drove all the way to Phnom Penh. Now, we had to go across like 3 or 4 rivers. So we had to take ferries. And on the way, on one trip, we broke down. We're out in the middle of nowhere. It starts raining. The guy's sliding around. Oh. Next thing you know, down the ditch we went. He couldn't get his car out, but he did call his buddy. His buddy came, picked us up, and then we went the rest of the way. Those are the kind of places when you're like halfway. Okay, yeah, you might not get reception. You might not have something so great. You're not going to get a lot of the infrastructure is not it's not as good as in Thailand for sure. But there are some things that they do pretty well. I mean, that's how it works. Some things I mean, listen, when I first went, they didn't have shopping malls. They didn't have grocery stores. They didn't have this stuff. Now they do. What they used to have, hang on a second here. Let's see here. Yeah. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a solid 8 shopping malls in Phnom Penh. In the past, there were none. In the past, you did not want to go to a hospital ever. You want to fly me over to Thailand. I need to be taken care of for something. If you had to go to the dentist, you didn't want to go to the dentist there. Now, you go to the dentist from Thailand to get a cheaper rate. That's what some people do. Like my buddy. He's like, I'm not going to Bangkok anymore. It's too expensive. He goes, he gets some kind of a deal where they clean his teeth, they do everything, and it's dirt cheap. So he's like, I'm sold, man. You know, I'm good. This is they've set it up. Now they have I think they have a Bangkok bank there. I'm not sure. Let me see here. Yeah, it opened up in 2014. And supposedly it is a bit better now. Let's see. But think about something. Imagine if you came to Thailand and Thailand was in a place in time where you come to Thailand and there's no ATMs. There's no Western Union. You're like, well, how am I supposed to get money? That's how it was. If you ran out of money and you had no money, you had to borrow some money from somebody. One time, I ran out of money. I had to call my wife and go, listen, what I was doing there cost a little bit more money. I was like, send me $150. I'll be home in 2 days. Why? Just send me the money. I'll tell you when I get home. All right. To this day, I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't a big deal. It was that I was staying there for a long period of time, and it just cost me a little bit more. What does this say here? I got to put my glasses on. Go to Cambodia for dental work. It requires sedation. Wake up with one less kidney. No, you see, this is what I mean. This is how people think. And that is not how it is. It used to be you walk outside of your hotel and you go down the street and there's garbage on the streets. All over the streets. Me and my friend Scott used to stay at a place called the Paris Hotel. It's not true, Bruce, but we used to go to a place called the Paris Hotel. Now, it was not on the riverside. However, it was $15 a night. They gave you a big room. It was a clean room. And at the time, it was nice that the place was a little bit away from the riverside because it wasn't in an area where it was so noisy or anything like that, because it can get very noisy. No, I understand you're joking. But, these are the kind of things that people will joke about because in their heads, they're maybe not yours, but there's an element to truth to this, and maybe in the past there was. Not anymore. So this is what it's come to. If Thailand was at a, let's say Thailand is a 8.5 out of 10 for tourist destinations and as an expat destination. In the past, Cambodia, hey Carlos, how you doing? In the past, Cambodia was like, say maybe it was a 3 because of Angkor Wat. Now Thailand's an 8.5, Cambodia's at like a 6. It's closed the gap. How you feeling today, Carlos? So that's something to think about. And what how it used to be, it was kind of the same with Vietnam, unless you knew about Vietnam or you were in the Vietnam War or something like that. What it used to be is people used to fly to Thailand and then they would go to Cambodia or Vietnam second. Now people are going to Cambodia and Vietnam first, and some people are coming to Thailand first. But in the old days, they didn't go there first unless it was really hardcore, unless you were a guy who, uh, I get my nose itches. Unless maybe it means that you've done something in the past and you've been there and there's a reason for you to go. But now people just go. They're like, oh, I think I'm going to go to Vietnam this time. I don't think I'm going to go to Thailand. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody's heard from Andy. I just want to know how he's doing. Hopefully he's doing all right. I was thinking about that yesterday. It's been a couple of days since we heard from him. I think, what is it? Did he get a triple bypass? I don't remember if it was a triple bypass or a quadruple bypass, but so we'll call him triple bypass Andy. Anyway, so for some people, they really love Cambodia. I mean, for me, I really like it. I like the people. The people are nice. They're pretty genuine. You want, you want French bread. You want a nice breakfast. You can go down to the riverside. I mean, I used to eat breakfast at the riverside every day. You'd pay like $6-7, but you get an orange juice and uh, you mean Siam or the long version? The Kingdom of Siam? Well, come on, man. I know it. I know it. Believe me, I know it. Now, I can't say the long version because I don't remember it. But I mean, I almost never remember even down by Victory Monument, which is a new something like that. I might not always get it right, but sometimes I do. But people don't know that. You know, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, why would they? If they're just visiting, why would they unless they're really into it? What happened here? Now, Vietnam, no retirement visa. Cambodia, retirement visa. Uh, they do have healthcare in Cambodia that is free, but not for most people, not for most foreigners. The benefits of obtaining a Cambodia retirement visa are it grants you residence in Cambodia for a period of 12 months and can be extended for 12 months. You have the same rights as a Cambodian resident, which you don't have here. Okay, you can buy a car, you can rent and own a property from the second floor up, um, which is not much different from here as far as the car and buying a condo or whatever. Let me see here. What are you doing most of the time, Carlos? I'm just wondering. You just like laying there recuperating, or are you able to function like right now? I mean, you just waiting to come back, or what? And I'll say this: there are some really good movies out there about Cambodia that a lot of people don't know about. Let me see if I can find some. I just watched one the other day. It was City of Ghosts. But I'll bet that a lot of people did not know about Cambodia. What they didn't know is that back in the 60s, let's see here, I think it was 50s and 60s. Yeah, before, let me see something. Okay, the 60s. I just want to double check. I couldn't remember if it started in the 50s or not. Had surgery, now recovering, got mom's ashes and getting things set to go to Barbados to spread her ashes. Barbados. But you'll be able to fly and all that other kind of stuff. That's kind of getting to be my concern because I feel a lot of pain sometimes, man. Just more and more, I'm starting to feel pains, arthritis, stuff like that. When I get up, it's not so easy to walk sometimes, which is why I want to try to keep active and keep walking and everything. All right, what was I talking? Oh, 50s and 60s. In the early 60s, we'll say, Phnom Penh was um, probably the most beautiful large city in Southeast Asia. And they were very well known for their rock and roll. Flying is a go. The short flights are easy. It's the long haul is a beast. Yeah. Yeah, anything more than about 8 hours. I like to break it up if I can, you know. Yeah, the Killing Fields is another one. That one's been around for a long time now. Very well known movie. City of Ghosts. But there is a movie. I forget the name of it. Hang on a second. It's about 11 years old. It's called "Don't Think I've Forgotten." Cambodia's lost rock and roll. Really good movie. And it tells you a lot of things about Cambodia that you probably wouldn't know about it unless you've studied Cambodia a little bit. Uh, the idea for the film began when American filmmaker John Perozzi was in Cambodia filming City of Ghosts with uh, James Caan and Matt Dillon, which, funnily enough, Matt Dillon, on the downtime when he wasn't filming, would come to Bangkok, and my friend and another one of our friends, um, they owned a bar inside of Nana Plaza, and Matt Dillon used to go in there. He'd go in with a couple of girls, and they'd go in and sit and drink a little bit. My friends would drink with them and stuff like that. So anyway, this guy who made the movie also uh, he directed and produced this Don't Think I've Forgotten Cambodia's Lost Rock and Roll. Great movie, really good movie, and it tells you a lot about the rock and roll and how it was in the times back then, because most people think of Cambodia as fairly backwards, but it is not backwards. Now they had, let me see if there's any songs under here that I know. Don't Be Angry. I'm wondering if they have that. No, it doesn't look like they do. Oh, they have a website for it. Their website is still up. Wow. After 10 years or whatever, there it is. Anyway, um, yeah, I mean, Cambodia was much different. Before before the Khmer Rouge took over, Cambodia was known throughout Southeast Asia as a happening place to go. In fact, people used to go to Phnom Penh to hang out and party. And I'm talking about other Asians, not just Cambodians. It used to be a place that was really well known for people going there and hanging out and wanting to be seen and all this other kind of stuff. That was the scene. Now, once Khmer Rouge took over, that was about it. It killed everything. And really, I would say, when I was saying, oh, it's going to be another 10 years before Cambodia really gets its act together, it was already starting to get its act together then. But it was still, I would say it's kind of, back then it was rinky dink and worn down. And I used to go out, I would get like a tuk tuk, and I would have them take me around, and I would say, okay, I want you to take me over the bridge, and we're going to go that way out in the fields. And we would just drive and drive and drive. I used to do that all the time. And I knew many, many people, and every once in a while I would go with somebody like that. And you know what we would do? We just stop on the side of the road to be like a little place to eat. And you go in, you think it's a little rinky dink place. You go in, they got, maybe there's 100 people there, or maybe there's not that many people, and they got like girls who are serving beer. So when you're sitting there, you want a beer, the girls come up, they serve you your beer. They're handing you every beer you want, they're filling you up. And then when we're done, we get up, we go to the tuk tuk, and we take off and go wherever we were going to go. You know, well, I don't know why you would retract the message. Supposedly you like Cambodia, which is good. Now, my nose is just itching. Let's see here. In Cambodia, in Phnom Penh right now, They have Eon Mall, Sansok City, Golden Surya, and that's been around for a long time. Bitter cold for Mississippi. Yeah, I'm not going to Mississippi, man. No, thank you. Exchange Square, a mall with a variety of shops and restaurants, including Lucky Supermarket, Hard Rock, and Garden Pharmacy. I'm into that one. Chipmunk Neural Mall. Don't know it. Midtown Community Mall. Don't know it. The Bridge Retail Mall. Don't know it. The Park Community Mall. Don't know it. And Downtown 93 Community Mall. Now, I'll give you an idea of how backwards the place was originally when these malls first started going in. If you really wanted, you go into like Surya. That was, I think that was one of the first. You go into that mall and you pick a position near the escalator. And some of the Cambodians could not figure out how to use the escalators. They could not go up the escalator. Some of them fell, which, I hate to say I laughed, but it was funny. It was really hard for them to figure out, how do I get on here? That's what it was like. So, I mean, listen, I really like Cambodia a lot. I always have. And you know what? I like the Philippines too. However, I don't want to live there. I would never want to live there. I thought about it at one time and I went, no, I can't do it. No way. Now, um, some people want to live there because they think it's really easy and they can do what they need to do very, very simply. Hang on a second here. Oh, what happened? Oh, I logged into the wrong thing here. Gulfport and New Orleans got 7 inches. Holy moly! Well, Billy sent me uh, a photo from Texas, and there's snow on the ground. And I said, "Oh, well, my wife would love that." He goes, "She wouldn't love it after a while. It's freezing. To go from Thailand to the snow is crazy, but she'd probably love it for about as long as she could play in the snow. Then once she started getting cold, she'd be like, I got to get inside. So personally, I prefer heat over snow any day of the week. All right, let me hit this here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. To stay in Cambodia, you need a visa, and to register with the foreigner present in Cambodia system, you can apply for a visa online or get one on arrival. Now, it used to be the CEA. My friend told me they have done away with the CEA already. They don't even have that now. And it didn't last for very long, apparently. A business visa in Cambodia, also known as an E-class visa, costs $35. The visa is valid for 3 months and allows a 30 day stay in the country. but you need an invitation letter. E-visa, Kingdom of Cambodia. It's been a long time since I've got one of these. However, you can go to the country with not you don't have this, what's it called? The CEA or the foreigner, whatever it's called. Maybe I just passed it over. You can go, foreigner present in Cambodia system. You can go into the country without any visa. And then what he did was he said, I'm a tourist, but I want to get my retirement visa. They said, oh, go over there. He went over to this place. There were some people standing around with tablets. And then he said they didn't even make him fill anything out. Shortly thereafter, he paid his money. Boom, he was out. When I talked to him, he said, probably tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to the agent. It's right next door. I could just walk, 2 minutes, go to the agent, tell the agent I want my retirement visa. I pay the $290. Boom, visa in hand. So I guess the way I would put it is just like I said before. If Thailand is a 8.5 or 9 on the expat destination chart, Cambodia is probably a 6, maybe a 6.5, something like that. And the people are very nice. Now, you want to hook up with a chick, unless she's a hoe, you're probably going to have to, listen, in Thailand, in Cambodia, in Myanmar, in many of these countries, the women want to do the George Jefferson. They want to move it on up. So if you're some guy, and I've seen some of these on, what do they call it? 90-day report? No, 90-day, what is it called? What's the thing called? 90-day visa? What the hell's the name of that? What is the name of that show? I just saw it last night. I don't remember the name the name of it. 90-day fiance. Okay. What I was going to say is, in a lot of these places, if you cannot provide a better life, a life where the women are going to be able to see something they haven't seen in their life because of you, because of you helping. If you are not going to make an impression on their life, um, you have almost no chance. Now you may fool them. Oh, I'm really good looking, but you have no future, you have no money, you have nothing. Then they probably will end up dumping you, or they figure, what do I need this guy for? But if you're smart, you keep yourself together, and you got something going on, to where they go, hey, you know what? This guy's got something. Whether it's money, whether it's whatever it may be, you got to have something. And if you have that something, then you get in with them, boom, you got it. But that doesn't mean that they're going to let you, it's just like the thing the other day where the guy smacked the girl's ass. She's not going to just go, oh, wow, you're cute. Thanks for smacking my ass. You want to go out? It's not going to happen. Sometimes it takes a little finesse. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It takes a little bit of finesse to, like get inside the panties. It's not like you just walk up and go, all right, this is it. I want you. And they go, oh, you want me? Oh, I want you too because you're a foreigner. Most people don't even care. Think about it. Even in Thailand, there is a curiosity. Go to Myanmar, there is a curiosity. Go to Laos, there is a curiosity. Go to Vietnam, there is somewhat of a curiosity. Even here, there's somewhat of a curiosity. That's enough to get you talking to them, but that's not necessarily enough to like get into a relationship with the chick or to get in their pants, you know. So, there are guys that come over here, and that's the reason why they come over. They think, oh, I want to get myself a little Thai girl, a little subservient Thai girl, and she's going to be so sweet and kind to me, and we're going to live off of $1,000 a month, and everything is going to be so wonderful. Does anybody here believe that bullshit? Because I don't. And I really never did. Never. I never believed, oh, well, for 1,000 baht, I'm going to get this chick. She's going to be the girl of my dreams. If that's all you got, if you can't present yourself with, like, hey, you know what? We're going to buy a house together. We're going to do this together. We're going to do that together. If you have nothing else, they're going to go. They can make the same money you make. Most of them can, especially nowadays. Let's see here. Foreigner present in Cambodia system. There are no residence requirements in Cambodia apart from obtaining a current valid visa. Cambodian permanent residency can be granted on a case-by-case basis, but this is at the discretion of the king and can depend on language ability and other factors. So there you go. Highly unlikely. Hey, do me a favor. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Um, remember those super thanks, what is it? Super thanks, super chat, super thanks, Cash App, all that stuff. Remember all that good stuff. Don't forget about it. I gotta tell you, right now, there are so many Burmese girls and men, not men and women. They are everywhere in this neighborhood. Go from right about here. There's a lot in the mall, all the way down to Nawamin, and then take a left, and you just keep going, and they have the football field there. And in that neighborhood, near the park, there are so many Burmese. It's unbelievable. In the market, in the park down there, I mean, you're talking about thousands of them. And they had a day, I don't know when this was, maybe 2 years ago, when it was like, Burmese Day or something. And I mean, the whole football field was just full of Burmese. It was crazy. Absolutely nuts. And I'm putting together a video. I went down to the market the other day, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. To be honest, I wasn't paying as much attention to the Burmese as I should have been, but um, there's a lot of them there. And actually, I think in one part I said, "Oh, the banana girl's not here." Then later on, I was walking back through and I saw her, and I went, "Oh, that's Banana Girl," but she was busy with the cop because he's probably shaking her down. Um, but she's a banana girl. The Burmese. She's a Burmese girl. She's Banana Girl. Just like the pork stall girl and you know, they all have their little names. Let's see here. Is this it? What happened? Oh, okay, here it is. All right, so I'm looking at this comparison summary um, between the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Thailand. Malaysia, no specific age, $36,000 plus deposits. Validity is 5 to 10 years, high quality of life. Philippines, 50 years and older, financial requirements. This is not for the 3 year where you just renew and renew and you can get up, you can stay up to 3 years. Financial requirements are $10,000 to $20,000, and the validity is a lifetime. The benefits, it's affordable, and they're English speaking. Then we go down to Indonesia, 55 and older, $1,500 a month in income, and you get a 1 year renewable visa. It's affordable, great expat areas, whatever that means. Vietnam, the visas are flexible. There are no retirement visas, and the financial requirements can depend on whether or not you're working or not, or whatever you're doing there. There's a lot of factors, but the validity is usually 1 to 3 years. And the cost of living in Vietnam is very good, very low. And the cities are the kind of cities that most people want to live in. It's so funny because, in the past, I see about these people in the United States, and they're all, some of them are like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to move overseas. I'm going to move overseas." And, 20, 25 years ago, I used to go, "Why are you going to move overseas?" Now I understand it. Even being younger, they want to move overseas because they just want to get away from America. They want to do something different. But unless you have a portable job or you have quite a bit of money, it's not quite that easy. There is a little bit more to it than, okay, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to get on the plane and go. So you better make sure that you have something that is worthwhile that you can use to make some good money. And then, especially if you're younger, I've said this before, if you're younger and you want to come over here, okay, that's fine. But you need to plan for the future because you're going to need some kind of safety net. If you don't have money, and you might go, oh, Social Security. Social Security probably is not enough. Maybe it is. Depends on how much you're getting. If you're making $3,000 off, it's probably enough. But to me, the way that I think is it's always beneficial to have multiple income streams. Visa on arrival, it's a show. Looks to me like it's an African show. All righty. So it's pretty easy to get into Cambodia and to stay in Cambodia. You got any money? Yes. I asked my friend, I said, how much money do you need? Do you need to show? He said, there is an amount you need to show. But what he said was, for the most part, you don't have to show your income. You pay the retirement visa fee, the $290. Um, you pay for that, and boom, you're in. Now, what he had to do, the problem for him, he was like, I couldn't believe it. He goes, I'm in South Korea, and they were asking me for my ticket to get to Phnom Penh. I show them my ticket, and they said, no, no, no. Where's your outbound ticket? You must show an outbound ticket. And he didn't have an outbound ticket. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have an outbound ticket. I'm going to get myself a retirement visa. But because he didn't have a retirement visa at the moment because it had expired, they wanted to know that he could get out of the country. So what they did was they made him go and get a cheap ticket. It was 6,000 baht or something like that, where he could leave from uh, Phnom Penh and go to Bangkok. It was like 6,000 baht. That's what they made him do. And every once in a while, the airlines will become sticklers for this. And he was saying that he thought that maybe the government was making a big deal about it. And so the airlines don't want to take any chances. Some of the airlines are like going, oh, no, 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 we're not going to do this. So that's why he had to do it. So now he has his ticket. And he's like, I don't really want to go to Bangkok right now, but maybe I will have to. Well, I understand they can live off of a fairly low amount, especially if they have to, because they have no choice. But what I'm saying is, how much do you think people really need? I know people, if they really want, they can get by at $500-600 a month. That doesn't mean that it's the type of life that anybody really wants to live. And like I always say, there's a difference between existing and prospering. Oh, you hated Korea or you hated Cambodia? That's what I always am interested to know. I understand if you have a pension and it's not very much and you have to live off of that. I understand that. Now back in the States, forget about it. You know, $4,000 or $5,000 might not be very much in most places. So if you only got $1,500 for some kind of a pension or Social Security or something like that, that ain't gonna cut it. You come over here and you got the base in India. How do you get around in Cambodia? Motorbike, tuk-tuk, car, whatever. But it's not like here where you can just jump on a train and go wherever you want. I agree, Scott, but $600 a month in Southeast Asia may suck. It would suck for okay, but we're not talking about life in America. That's not what my channel is about. I don't talk about, oh, well, your life in America is going to be. I guess maybe I should think about that sometimes, because there are some people that they want to change their life. They want to come to wherever and live better than they're living in the United States. And quite frankly, I think that's probably the reason. That is the main reason why people come to Thailand is because of the cost of living. My thing is, the value that you get, is it greater? Where is it that it's greater? America or Thailand? Thailand, by a wide margin. The value is extremely good. Listen, I want to go out and get something for lunch today. I don't feel like eating at home. Where am I going to go? If I want, I can go get a bowl of soup for $1.50. In America, I don't know, if that's possible. It may be in some places, but not all over the place. But all I'm saying is, okay, so if you have, let's say that you have the money to get a retirement visa, let's say that you have $50,000, right? That's all you have. Good morning. But you have $50,000. That's your whole backup. That you are bringing in $800 a month from Social Security. So you got $800 a month. You qualify for a retirement visa, and you have some money as a backup. You think that's enough? It's enough to live. I understand that. It's not enough to prosper. $8 for a dozen eggs at Walmart, 20 for a tray of chicken wings. Yeah, I don't eat chicken wings, but $8 for eggs, that's outrageous. I mean, if I want, I can pay $1.50 and I get nice eggs. Well, $1.50 is like 10 eggs. It's barely enough to survive. That's my point. How I lived off of $650 a month in the Philippines or in Thailand. You're not living, you're existing. That is the whole, that should be a catchphrase. I exist, I don't live. I live, I don't exist, whatever. And, if that's all you can do, okay, I understand it. Maybe you read a book, you got a TV, you watch TV every day, and that's all you do. You know, yeah, I mean, here, what is it? I mean, sometimes you get a double burger for 99 baht. It's pretty good. You could live now. Could you live comfortable off that much with your wife? Because if even without my kids, I couldn't live off of $1,500 with my wife. We couldn't live off of it. It's not enough. I mean, yeah, we could if we wanted to go and live in the farm down in the south and live on our mother's land and get the fruit and vegetables and eat what we wanted and sell what we wanted. And okay, yeah, we could. It's a matter of, do we want to? And it's not. $2,500 for a family of three is comfortable in Thailand. Yeah, I mean, I think we being my wife and I and our kids are fortunate, because if we were to live out in the country, we would just be that much better off. I mean, really. But because of the options and the opportunities that are available for the kids, that were available for the kids, now they're getting older. You know, we've got little steps that we have to do, which is Alex needs to get his jaw surgery. Okay, he's going to need a couple of months to recuperate. Boom, then he's going to get a job. Nicholas has to finish up with school. Then he's going to need to find a job. And then we'll figure out, oh, do you want to live with us? Do you want to live somewhere else? Do you want to live in, down in the South? You got a job? Or what do you want to do? Then we figure out where our family stands. Then my wife and I figure, okay, where do we stand? Where can we go? What do we want to do? It's a process. But I can tell you that $2,500 for four of us, the way that we live now, is not enough. I mean, we save money. We put money in savings. My wife has a couple of insurance policies. We've got all kinds of stuff. And, I mean, I think I've said it before. I spend, freaking 16 to 20,000 a month on groceries. Plus she gets groceries. Plus we eat out. And, you figure out how much is it per person for food. Okay, if the kids had 6,000 baht each and we had 6,000 baht each, that's 24,000 baht. That's probably about what we spend just on food. If you own your property and vehicle already, otherwise probably not. What do you do in Bangkok that you can only do in Bangkok aside from attractions? Well, I mean, that goes just about anywhere. What do you do in Chayapum that you can only do in Chayapum? I'm sure there's attractions there. Isn't groceries far more expensive than eating out? Not all the time, no. I mean, if I want, I can go and get a meal for 50 baht, but I'm not going to eat Thai food every day. I've said that a million times. Now, if I went out to buy a burger from a burger place down by Billy's or Jono's place, you get out the door, it might be 400 baht. That's like $12.50. If I want to do it my way at my house, I buy burgers and I buy two burgers for 120 baht. Well, we farm and have ponds, so fishing and fish and gardening. Well, we have all kinds of fruit and vegetables. We'll have durian soon, chickens, eggs, and we have a pond also, a big pond. Um, I don't know what we're gonna have in there. I don't know. So I mean, and that stuff is what her family does, and she doesn't want the money from that. Oh, happy birthday, Dallo! Thank you very much. Thanks for my birthday wishes. Oh, your birthday wishes. Oh, sometimes you eat out cheaper, and sometimes you buy food, you bring it home, and it's cheap. I mean, if I want, I can get some lettuce, some cheese, some feta cheese, or some kind of cheese. Get some tomatoes, and I could serve 20 people. So it wouldn't cost all that much. It would cost less than buying a big salad for 150 baht somewhere else. How young are you? How many years young are you? Although I should say, with all the fruit and vegetables that we have now, I don't do a lot of gardening. I help pick, was it rambutan? Yeah, we were taking some stuff off the tree, and I was helping with that, and that was about it. Deer jerky. Oh yeah, venison. That's good stuff, man. Wet market higher here has a great fresh produce here, lower than market. Yeah, as they do here. For my birthday, the wife's making chicken surprise. I asked her, what's the surprise? She said there's no chicken. I'm 64 today. Ooh, ooh. You almost hit the big 65. It's a milestone. Good for you, Dallo. Happy birthday and have a good day today. It's your day. Every time you want something from your wife, you tell it's my day. I'm supposed to get something because it's my day, my day, my day. And then tomorrow won't be your day anymore, and it's the way it goes. Was that fried chicken your sister-in-law is selling from her own chickens in the market? Yes. I don't think I finished that video, did I? Damn it. I don't know if I did that video. Can't even remember. You know, I've done a lot of videos and I can't remember if I got that one finished or not. Let me think here. No, no, yeah, yeah, okay, live stream, yeah. I got video too. But she got the pork on the skewers, and she's got what the hell? Where did she get the chicken? I don't remember. I'm trying to think. You know, there are certain things that I will buy here, and I don't mind the price. I don't mind, uh, the quantity or anything like that. And I think the quality is pretty good. Oh, I'll spend the money. But then sometimes I go, I mean, like salmon is a perfect example. They have salmon on sale. Maybe it's, $30 a kilo. But if they don't have it on sale, maybe the cheapest price is like $40 a kilo or $50 a kilo. I won't buy it. You know, I buy lamb here. I buy lamb sausages, 6 sausages, 275 baht, which is about $8.50. After 65, I can retire. I thought you were already retired, Dallo. They have a big lamb shank at, I think it's You Hunt We Cook. You do? Wow. Average quality of beef is terrible. Well, that's why I eat very little, and what I usually eat is very high quality, as high as quality you get here. But the chicken he got was much cheaper than it is in the United States. I don't know. You lost me here. Oh yeah, I am retired. I started with four, and I have six already slaughtered. One chicken and pork much less expensive. Yes. And actually, pork is not all that cheap. I'm going to have a big pork chop today. Um, it's defrosting in my refrigerator right now. Pork chop, I'm having um, one big pork chop. This is my lunch. I'm having a big pork chop, and I'm having two links of lamb. And then I'll probably have a couple of eggs. And then I'll have a salad with no dressing, just like olive oil and some feta cheese or something like that. And that's probably, I think that's probably my whole meal. That's probably all I'll eat for the day. I gotta get myself back in the whole fitness thing, and you know, well, I think that was about 140 baht, which is about what, $3.50, $4. When we're in China, we mostly eat chicken and pork. The wife likes her seafood. Me, not so much. I like the seafood. That's what I have, Carlos. This brand called Gobbler. They have all kinds of great burgers, but they have great links too. But now I think there's only one package left. I'm probably going to pick it up today. It is lamb and rosemary, and it's fantastic. So I'll probably have that. I might buy the last package, and then maybe they'll reorder it. I can't believe that it. What the hell's the deal here? Sometimes I go and get what do you call it? Scallops. I like scallops. I like shrimp. I like squid. If my wife is making it, I like squid. And there's a lot of fish that I like too, but I just have to be picky about what the fish I order at the market, because some of it is very, very expensive. Like salmon's a bit expensive. I mean, it'll cost 30, 35 bucks to feed four per people, which is it's not hugely expensive, but it ain't exactly cheap. Roast lamb with rosemary and garlic. I enjoy the oxtail. It's cheap in Thailand. Yeah. Yesterday, I don't know how he did it. I think he bugged Bo to get some vinegar, and last night he came over to me and he goes, "Look at this," and he had uh, eggs Benedict. He had cooked them, and he put them down on whatever he was eating. I think it was with some sausages and all this other stuff. And he cut it open, and it was absolutely perfect. And I was like, "Kid starts cooking now. He's really cooking up a storm." But I said, "I don't know how to cook egg Benedict. I've never done that in my life before." So, but usually, I mean, like the thing with the sausages, burgers, bacon, steaks, pork steaks, chicken steaks, whatever. You throw it in the air fryer. Easy. Piece of cake. Very, very good. Oh, God. I've never cooked them, ever. And he just, he'll get something in his mind. He made some, what was it? Was it celery? No, green onions with bacon wrapped around it. And he made that. And I was like, what do you think of this stuff? He just gets all these weird thoughts in his head and he decides to make them. Yeah. McDonald's. McDonald's is I always have regrets about McDonald's. You know, I could go home and make two burgers and throw some cheese on it, and you know, it cost me 150 baht. Really nice burgers. Not gonna get that from McDonald's, and you know, the McDonald's burgers are shit. Oh yeah, man, that's nice if you can do it. If you got the time and you want to, and you got the energy to do it. That's why I don't do it, because I just don't. I just don't want to do it. You know, um, I don't even know what we have in our freezer. Honestly, we have a lot of things in our freezer, and you know, sometimes, I mean, like if I go and get some shrimp. Okay, I'll give you an example. Sometimes we get gnocchi, which is it's nice, right? Once in a while. If I buy two packages of gnocchi, it's like 225 baht. That's about say almost $7. But if they're on sale, they're like 195 baht, which is like let's say $6. Now, two packages will feed three people. That's $2. $2.50 with a little sauce and some grated Parmesan cheese on it. If I want to have that here in the mall, it's going to cost me even more than that. You know, so that's what I mean. You know, it really just depends on what you're making and the brands and what you got to cook. And I always do that. My stuff doesn't get freezer burned, man. We eat that stuff up. We got two freezers. We got two refrigerators, and both freezers are full, and they will be cleaned out and rotated. We do that all the time. Always. We have to. You know, I bought like 10 packages of burgers, which is 20 burgers. And then I get them down to like 4 or 5, and then I start buying more. I put those underneath, and then they all get eaten. Everything gets taken care of. And milk, forget about it. We buy a liter of milk and it's gone like the next day. You buy 2 liters and maybe it takes 3 days. So we're probably buying 4 liters of milk per week, which is about $12.50. So, and vegetables. I mean, you know, yesterday I went to the market. I bought some. I call it pakchi. Um, how's it called? God damn it! Not celery. Damn it! What's it called? Hang on. Thai parsley, coriander, cilantro, all these kind of things. I got some of that. I got some tomatoes. It was like for 10 baht, you get a big thing of tomatoes. You know, I mean, sometimes you go to the market, man, it's a much better deal. You just don't spend nearly as much money. Thank you, Dowlo. Can't tempt you with a snack? No snack for me, buddy. Today is my last day where I eat anything. I might have a little bit of bread. I'm going to get the kids bread today. I might get them a little bread. I got to buy a whole bunch of protein. Thank you very much, Dowler. I have to buy a whole bunch of protein because Alex will be sucking through a straw and eating liquids for the next 6 weeks. I mean, we can get the fresh noodles here. You know, I mean, really, they sell them wide noodles, thin noodles, whatever you want, you can get them. You go down to the market. I mean, you want shrimp. My wife goes, she gets all the shrimp here. She doesn't buy it. I buy it here. She buys it uh, at the market. Both. Piece of cake, man. Piece of cake. Uh, you want a protein drink that you just buy in the grocery? It's 49.59 baht, up to about 109 baht, but most of the time they're 49.59 baht. Um, but we buy the powder, and so we have to buy. We're gonna buy like 3 packs of powder because he's gonna be eating protein shakes, drinking protein shakes for quite some time. So that, mashed potatoes, soup, all that other kind of stuff. Oof. Oh, I would like to stay here, but I need to hit the head. Maybe I can go there. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Nong, can you make sure? Oh, oh God. Oh. Let's see here. Oh shit, I forgot about my mic. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they should put a plaque here. Oh, I've gone there a few times, didn't feel right sitting in that spot because I haven't earned the privilege. One of these days I will do a satire video there. Be down the second week of February. I don't remember. There's something I'm doing in February. I don't remember what it is. Oh, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow. I forgot all about this. Tomorrow, I am going to Joke One Table for lunch. Crab lunch. Joke One Table. Yummy. I can't wait. So I'm looking forward to it. And I forgot all about it. I mean, I forgot about it a couple of times. Yes, I have tested it out. And yeah, I love it. Only thing is that for some reason I cannot live stream with it to YouTube. I can live stream to Facebook and maybe to Instagram. I don't remember, but I know I can do it to Facebook because I tried it. But I don't care about Facebook. Uh, and I can't do it to YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I've tried 2, 3 times. I've looked all over the place, and you know, actually, it's 5 liters of milk. It's not 4. Supposedly, the Action 5 will live stream, but I have not figured it out, and it's not that difficult. So it's not because I'm like just inept and I can't figure it out. It's, you go in, you set everything, you make sure you connect it to YouTube, and supposedly it's supposed to connect up. One guy said, "Oh, it doesn't work very well with the Action Cam, so I use Restream, and then it works very easily." But I haven't tried that, and quite frankly, I don't want to. My last travel plans for a while, excluding my appointments in Bangkok. Okay, Carlos, you take it easy, man. Take care of yourself. Not a big dairy or beef industry. What? No, 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 no. First of all, the dairy industry is fairly large in Thailand. Maybe not where you are, Jim, but it's very large in many parts of Thailand. I mean, there's 10 different kinds of milk. You want cheese, you can get any damn kind of cheese you want. Um, and it's not 4 liters, like I said, it's 5 liters. So now, if that's expensive, then it is what it is, but I don't know. I don't really know. Because for me here, if I get 5 liters of milk, that's $12.50. It's not that bad. I don't mind. I don't compare to the United States. I don't usually do that anymore because I don't live in the United States. You know, I mean, if you want to look at a coffee, 110 baht, 105 baht rather, which is maybe $3, $2.80. I could say uh, much cheaper than soy milk. Nobody I know uses soy milk, Jim. Nobody. Now, here they have, I mean, not only do they have regular milk, they have almond milk, they have oat milk, they have all kinds of milk. I don't feel the need to drink, they have goat milk. I don't feel the need to drink camel milk. I don't drink that much milk. Milk is for babies. My kids drink it with their cereal. Yeah, but Jim, to say that the dairy market is not very big here is ridiculous, honestly. Maybe not in Chayapum, I don't know. But here in Bangkok, it's huge. Not only do you have regular milk, but you also have plenty of creams, half and half. You have just so many different kinds of things that you can use. Chocolate milk, strawberry milk. People here, they drink their milk, man. I mean, all the time. What about chochai? What about Meiji? What I mean, there's I don't know the names of all of them, but I mean there are multiple, many dairy farms here. I mean, there's got to be at least five just for regular milk, five or six. Costco 4 liters is $5. I guess it's all relative. No, well, fresh coconut, I can tell you, used to be 15 baht. Jim, I don't think you know what you're talking about, man. Honestly, I don't think you know what you're talking about with this regard. There are so many. Really, Chochai is a tourist trap. That's ridiculous. Let me see something here. Okay, let me just look at this. There's Thai Denmark milk, Meiji, Foremost, Bettigen, Dutch milk. Then there's the flavored milks. I don't know about Chochai, what brand it comes under, what they're if they're part of another brand. I don't know. Let me see something. Now, Chochai may be something that tourists go to see, but that doesn't mean that they only sell to tourists, because that's not true. Jim, I could go walk in the grocery store if you want, and I mean, there's probably, God, I don't know how many bottles of milk they have. Well, we all know Thai meat is not that good. Okay, so I'm not going to fall for that one. Not only that, there is imported milk brands in Thailand. Anchor, which is they have all kinds of uh, uh, dairy products, which I get their butter all the time, and that is, they have butter and they have milk. Paul's Australia, known for its creamy fresh milk and lactose-free options. Devondale, Australia. Arla, Denmark. Now these are less popular than the other ones, but everywhere. I'm talking about Even in 7-Elevens, they carry milk. Family Mart, they carry milk. So, the bottom line is this: the dairy market in Thailand is pretty strong. It's not like something that you can compare to beef. Beef is shit here. Dairy here is not necessarily shit. What did I do with this? The dairy market in Thailand is considered moderately strong, and it has been growing steadily in recent years because of the increase in health awareness and because of the dietary preferences. People like butter, they like cream, they like cheese. Um, you know, and in Thailand, the government schools, they have a school milk program where all the kids get milk. I remember that from my own kids. I don't know why beef. I don't know why beef is so bad here, but it is not very good. Although you buy the imported stuff, it's better. Let me see this here. I mean, if you go to You Hunt We Cook, you get yourself for about 300 baht. You get yourself a whole meal with a piece of New Zealand steak that is actually pretty good. I mean, really. I'm just used to seeing all the dairy farms in Norco and the Central Valley. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about America, man. The beef is fine. I mean, the beef is if you get a little imported beef here, it's enough to tide you over. You want to get the Thai beef, man, most of it's shit, you know. But with milk and dairy and all these other, I mean, they got French, they import butter. Not only that, but they have Thai butters that are pretty good. But you know, to say that the dairy market here is pretty strong, man. I mean, it's everywhere. Visit premium steakhouses for your beef. If you want, go to like El Gaucho, Arno's. I've been to Arno's. I've been to the El Gaucho, the District Grill Room. I haven't been there. Go to the New York Steakhouse in the Marriott. If you want like a really premium steak, go somewhere like that. You can get Australian beef here. I still wouldn't go after the Thai French beef, but anyway. Well, Dutch milk, Gallo. A lot of people like the chocolate, the Dutch, the little. They get the little bottles of There's like I don't know how many is in there, 6, 8. I don't know. The little bottles. That's what my kids used to get all the time. Now they don't get it at all. Now they get what I give them, which is usually Meiji. And I don't remember the one I got the last time. It's 5 liters. Now, why would you ask that? Pretty stupid question. If you want to pay a huge import fee, you can get it. No, but that's because I got this somewhere else. And if you buy it internationally, they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you with the duties, man, and it doesn't work out to be acceptable. It's just too, the price is just too high. 7-Eleven toasted sandwiches are the best. Those are dog shit, man. Robert, the cattle I saw in Laos and Malaysia were much fatter than in Thailand. Listen, to go to 7-Eleven to get food, I mean, I understand you go in a pinch, you go once in a while, you got to get something, whatever it may be. You can get milk, you get water, you know, lots of bottled water in 7-Elevens. But you want to go like and get a sandwich? Oh God, you're better off ordering it and getting a sandwich grabbed to you than going and buying some piece of shit little sandwich that all it is bread and a little bit of whatever it is in 7-Eleven. Yeah, but they had that before, dude. And you're not telling me anything that I don't know. I used to get it. I got it in the mall, and they had 80% savings on the stuff I was getting. That's why we were there, and I was like, shit, I'll buy a bunch of stuff. Now I bought a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to, you know, I say it's shit. As far as it being healthy and being something to me that tastes really great, it's it's average at best. Now, I'm not saying they don't make money from it. Of course they do. People love that shit. I know a lot of people, that's all they ever do is go to 7-Eleven. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Fucking go somewhere and buy a real meal. You know, go buy yourself a frozen pizza from 7-Eleven. I mean, what do you want? Is that the kind of food you want? I guess. I don't know. Why do you go there and eat it all the time then? I don't know. Now, have I had them in the past? Yeah, I mean, a long time ago, I used to get them once in a while, but now I just don't. In 7-Elevens, I get hard boiled eggs, and I don't get them very often. Maybe I get a banana. I don't get that very often. Maybe I get yogurt, water, and maybe sometimes we buy oil or something like that. My wife buys it. I don't buy that shit. I don't use oil like, what is it? Soy oil and all that other kind of shit. I don't get that shit. I get olive oil, coconut oil, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with the Thai cows. I don't know why they can't bring something in that's going to be really worthwhile and tasty. I don't know why they don't do that. It's the same thing. Listen, I mean, don't listen to me. I mean, you can go to 7-Eleven, you can eat Magnum ice cream bars. Those are really good. But do you want to eat them all the time? No, I don't want to eat them all the time. You know, that's why I don't give a shit who sells anything. I don't really care about that. Anyway, I think we know now what some people eat, what some people don't want. And that's why, really, I don't eat a whole lot of beef here because the beef is shitty. I don't think it's just the grain. I think some of it has to do with their genetics, you know. And for whatever reason, the Thais just they seem to think they're okay. No one says eat anything all the time. Just said not bad for 23. But I mean, for me, I don't want it. It's not something I would eat. Once in a great while, I ate it probably 15, 20 years ago. Now I don't want it. I used to get the shredded. What was it? It was the shredded pork. They put a little mayonnaise on. They put a little shredded pork, and they give you two. They give you two pieces of bread, which is like, you know, I mean, really, I could go down to the market and buy some stuff. I mean, if I wanted, I could buy beef. I could buy. There's all kinds of things I could buy down there, but I don't want to buy some of the stuff because they leave it out if it's hot and they leave it out all day. I don't want to eat the stuff been sitting out all day. You know, I mean, maybe I could, but for what? I can get it here and it's refrigerated and, and I mean, I shop probably every other day. I get fresh food. Like today, I know I'm going to go down to the market. And yesterday I went and I said to the banana girl, I said, "Oh, these are all the bananas you have?" And she said, "Yes." Yeah, these are it. She said, "You want the good bananas? Come back tomorrow. I'll have some good ones tomorrow." I said, "Okay, I'll get the good bananas tomorrow. That's fine. I can buy at 4 a.m. when I'm drunk." Well, I guess that's what they're for. I mean, really, that's what 7-Eleven's for. Thai cows need a little more than that, Jim. They need a whole lot. But you know what? I don't really miss the beef all that much. I mean, I eat a lot of burgers, and I mean, and meatloaf. I eat a lot of burgers, a lot of meatloafs, and a hell of a lot of pork. I eat a lot of shrimp. I try not to eat too much, but I eat shrimp. I eat salmon. I eat whitefish. What else? Yeah, I don't miss any of that shit. I don't miss any of that. Pork belly. That is the shit. Pork belly. That is the shit. The pork belly. I had pork belly a couple of weeks ago. No, I don't miss Rap God at all. That to me was one of the worst restaurants I've ever been. I had pork belly in I wouldn't say it's fine dining, but a nice restaurant a couple weeks ago with Billy. They just give you a square. It's about that big of pork belly. It's like that fat. It was so good. It melted in my mouth. I mean, it was fantastic. Tom gave me some pork rinds the other day. Those were fantastic. And what did I have the other day? I think my wife made something with pork belly in it. So there's plenty of pork. There's plenty of pork, and even chicken. I've gotten a little bit tired of chicken. Sometimes I'll buy pork breast. I cut them in half. I throw a piece of ham and some cheese in there. Boom, done. Moo crop pork belly. I like Saiua. Saiua is quite good. Well, yeah, it's quite good. I love it, but it has a different flavor to it. They cook it a little bit differently. So anyway, there's lots to eat here. That's for sure. And actually, I saw this thing. The thing where they were talking about Malaysia and Thailand, and they were asking people, where do you like the food better? Well, I like it better in Thailand, but sometimes it's really spicy. who's got the spicier food? Oh, Thailand. You know that you can come to Thailand. You don't have to have spicy food. Never. You don't need to eat spicy food. It's ridiculous. Oh, if I'm gonna have Thai food, it's gonna be spicy. So no, wake up, learn the ropes. I mean, you don't have to have spicy food just because you're eating Thai food. Now, the other day I went over and I had some what was it called? Um, it's the Korean ramen, the Japanese ramen. They were fantastic. It was fantastic, right? I love that. It's great. And as far as the spice, I mean, you guys, if you remember, watched me, you've seen I ate the one chip challenge. I ate something spicier than that. I've eaten spicy food to where, I mean, like the one chip challenge. I ate the one chip challenge. I ate it going down. It wasn't anything. It was no big deal. I chowed that down like it was nothing. Now, an hour later, I was like, oh, I gotta get rid of this food because it was pretty spicy. And when it came out, it was spicy. But it wasn't spicy going in. It wasn't bad. I'm sure you can get them. Anyway, tomorrow. Oh, man. Tomorrow, uh, Batiam is my go-to meal. Very plain. I like something a little more complex. I mean, it's good, but believe me, in a most of the time, I'll eat it, all the time. It's very good. Yeah, listen, Pet Mark, that restaurant, I'm just gonna say it now. It's shit. I can make uh Pet Kapow just as good as they make it, and I don't have to burn your asshole out. I don't have to make you die from eating spicy food. I don't have to make it to where it's like you eat it and you're like, where's the spice? I can make it just with a little bit of spice. It's very, very good. Or if you want, I can make it spicier. It's not a problem. It's very simple to make that. I don't know what his interest is in the restaurant, but I went there once, and believe me, it wasn't that good. It's it's okay. Nothing special. Believe me, I would not go there over a lot of other places. There are a shitload of other places. I would go to the food court before I would go there. I could get uh, Pad Krapal from the food court that's just as good or better. So that's why I wouldn't go there. And it's a lot cheaper. It's probably half the price, third of the price. So, anyway, doesn't really matter, but you don't have to have spicy food. That's the point. If you want to eat Thai food, you don't need to have spicy food. So, if you want to eat Thai food, you can enjoy it without having to deal with, oh, well, for the next 3 days, my asshole is going to burn because I ate such spicy food. You don't have to do that. You know, tomorrow, as I was saying, tomorrow, the way that it works at, not if it burns a hole in your stomach. I mean, I've eaten spicy food that was really good for you, but sometimes I just go, okay, so this is too much because what is the point? Just to see if I can burn my asshole out? Tomorrow, I don't know how old is this place. Let me see something here. How old is let's see here. No, come on. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I think it's been somewhere around 20 years at least. At least. But the way that it works is um, the guy, you don't have a menu. You go in, you don't have a menu. You just sit there and you wait. And then the guy gives you whatever dish or dishes that he wants to give you. The chef, who's an old, Chinese Thai guy. And it is crab. That's what they sell. That's what they serve you. You receive crab. That's all you get. Crab, 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 crab. Joke one table. You have to make a reservation in advance, about a month. And now it's joke one table, but now it's joke five table, but that they didn't change their name. So tomorrow in the afternoon, I will go in and have myself a nice meal. And hopefully I will use the DJI Action 5 to film it. And I'm looking forward to it. So, this is one of the times I'm looking forward to going somewhere and eating. And I love crab. So, I can't complain. Crab is, I don't even know what to say. Crab and lobster, what are you going to say? They're fantastic. They're awesome. I used to go to a place with the wife. It was, what the hell is it called? Phuket Pong Curry. Phuket Pong Curry. I forget what the hell. Hang on a second. Let me see here. I think I'm forgetting a word. Phuket Pong Curry. No, that is what it is. Phuket Pong Curry. So that is a very tasty dish. It's a curry. You get a curry, and you know, it's a kind of dish that melts in your mouth. Actually, the restaurant is in a little alley in Chinatown, and I'm looking forward to going there. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. All right, that's how it works. Oh my God, my feelings are so hurt. I'm a soy boy. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They got all kinds of good stuff, and I'm looking forward to going there and eating it. So I guess this stream has run its course. I guess that's how you would say it. Why are you asking me all these questions? How do I know why they close at 9 o'clock? It's probably because it's in Chinatown and they're in a little alley and they don't want to stay open late. I don't know. They open at 8 o'clock. I mean, it's not a soy. It's an alley. Unbelievable. There's a difference between a soy, which is a street, and an alley, which could be a street or could not be a street. Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't need you to tell me to relax. I'm relaxed, okay? I just don't need you nitpicking about every little thing. I hate that shit. That's how I really, I mean, I'm not getting wound up, but why are you fucking with me, man? I don't need you to fucking chime in about all this shit. No, I'm relaxed. It's just funny that when I start talking about stuff, everybody's, oh, it's over here, it's over there. Where are you, Nicholson? Where are you based now? You're in Bangkok? I'm just asking you. So don't get wound up. Are you based in Thailand? You ever ordered something at the tailor shop? Yes. Many things. Jackets, slacks, shirts, you name it. They even came with a couple of belts. I got a couple of belts that I liked. And I've ordered stuff from my friends and I've shipped them over to the United States, just got their measurements and then sent it over. So, that's pretty easy to do too. I got a tailor that I like to go to. And, now I don't wear suits. So I don't need any more really. No need to go there. Oh my God. I got to listen to this shit again. If you don't want people to chime, well, I have a channel. Listen, I'm not pissed off. I'm just, why you don't question everything? Are we offensive or do you just need to control your temper? Here's the thing. I'm asking you a question. Are you based in Thailand? Do you live in Thailand? Was it worth it? Well, yeah, it was worth it. I mean, I got really nice jackets. And when I went to some places that I was going where I had to wear them, uh, a lot of people were asking me, oh, where'd you get those jackets from? Those are really nice. So, there is a nearby town called Ban Quao. They have a big silk industry. They will customize tailor wedding shirts. I bought some nice stuff there. Um, well, there is a place. There's two places. Well, there's more than two places for silk because I used to get silk goods to sell. Is it worth an import tax? If the clothes have their price tax removed, they still hit you with a tax? You mean when you go back to wherever you're going to the United States or whatever, do they hit you up? No, they've never hit me up ever. But I wouldn't keep them. Usually they don't come with tags on them. But I would not let them know that you could just say that you wore them over here. I mean, it doesn't matter. But there's several places in the country. No, like I said, if you send Tommy Bahama stuff, you mean if I said Tommy Bahama here? Well, yes, they will charge duties for that. But if you sent a couple of jackets over here, which I don't know why you would, yes, they could charge you duties. They probably would. I would carry them back from here to there. I definitely wouldn't bring them over here. Like, oh, I'm gonna send over a bunch of new jackets or something like that over to Thailand. I don't know why you would do that. I'm curious though, Nicholson. I'm just curious. Do you live in Thailand? I'm asking you a question. Have you been to Thailand? It's a very simple question. You're talking about me getting all upset about things. I'm not upset at all. I just think that like some of the questions are like they're out there. If I have a, I can't see this. Hang on. I have a pet few months each year for the past 20 years. Okay. All right. I have a, you mean a pad krapow at our local place at least once a week, 50 baht hard to eat though. Yeah, it's, you know what? I hate to say this, but that's not one of my favorite dishes. In fact, that's one of my least favorite dishes. Even my wife will make it at home, and I'll go, "Why'd you make that? You know I don't like it." But she makes it for the kids. I didn't say you got to shut up, buddy. Don't take it personally. Don't take anything personally. Believe me, I'm not getting personal. It shouldn't be personal. I like your reactions. Don't change. The hot chowderhead attitude is great. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not apologizing for anything. I didn't do anything wrong. And there are things that there are times when I just shouldn't speak, and sometimes I do speak. But right now, I don't want to speak. I want to just. I've spoken already. Dowlo, what other food do you like? I'm just curious to know. You ever eat any kapi or kaukamu? Anything like that? Crab fried rice. Y'all should have been here back in the real chowderhead days. Well, yeah, that too. They are 85 to $105 here in Australia. Well, I mean, you can get them for cheap in the United States. And actually, I had my wife said, you know what, I'm going to buy you something. Let me get you a cologne. Pick out a cologne you like. They had a number of colognes. Their store, when I went probably 10 years ago, was fantastic. It was huge. I went back again and they were going through some problems or something. And the place where they went, everything was on sale. So I was like, okay, I'll get some stuff. And I got a bunch of stuff, and all those clothes are starting to get old now. And so I want to get some new ones. So what I'll probably end up doing is buy a bunch of stuff in the country and then get somebody to send it over or bring it over for me. It's been a while since somebody's been banned. I try not to ban anybody, man. But yeah, it has been a long time since I banned somebody. Higher end Tommy Bahamas go up to $220 retail. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think this was probably 80 bucks, this shirt, and it was on sale. So, and the shorts are 50, 60 bucks. But if you bought them and then had them shipped over, they're like 120 bucks. You know, which I'm not paying 120 bucks for a pair of shorts. And I'll rather just, okay, I'll fly home. I'll bring, you know, an extra $300-400 on me, and I'll go to where they're on sale, and I'll just go in and get a bunch of them, you know. We'll be visiting Chinatown this trip. Great place and food. Yeah, you haven't gone to Shangri-La, have you? Take my advice. Go to that place. It's called Shangri-La. Shangri-La. All you have to do is go down Yawarat Road, and it's on the left-hand side. They have ducks outside in the front, and they, you know, like cooked duck. And you know, it's got Chinese, the whole Chinese red writing and all that outside of it. And then they have some like little buns and stuff like that outside. But that place is fantastic. I mean, really, really nice. And by the time you get out of there, if I go in, I would go in alone, and I would get out of there for less than say $7. But I go in. I went in with my. I mean, I went in with my kids, my mother, my sister, her kids, my wife, and you know, it was like 2,000 baht or something. But that was like for like 7 of us. But you can get it. I mean, the prices are not that outrageous. Let me see something. Oh, Tommy Bahamas has rum. I forgot about that. Tommy Bahamas, South Carol, South. Wait a minute. What is this? South Lake area served internationally. Headquarters Seattle, Washington. Where are they made? Oh shit. Made in various locations: North Carolina, Barbados, and other parts of the United States. China also. So there you go. All right. Let me see here. Let me take a look here. Being censored. What? Bot censored my post. I buy cheap Charlie Songkran. Well, it's been a long stream today. And today, I'm going out to lunch. And tomorrow, I'm going out to lunch. And Friday, for the next week after that, it's going to be a little bit busy. But hopefully, Alex will come out of his surgery all right. And yeah, he'll come out of his surgery okay, and by say Tuesday, he should be all right and be able to handle things on his own. He's going to know what to eat, what not to eat, what to drink, and all that other kind of stuff. And hopefully, his sutures and all the blood and all that other kind of stuff will be okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what their problem is. Freaking YouTube. You know, Cheap Charlie's been around since the 60s, man. I mean, it's been a long time. So I don't know why they have a problem with it. YouTube is just, YouTube can be very good, but most of the time, eh, you know, it's kind of like, They're concerned about pleasing the masses, as opposed to, listen, we're going to piss some people off. Oh, well, kind of like me, you know, I don't want to piss anybody off, but if I do, oh, well, you know, one thumbs up, WTF. I don't know why there's only 25 thumbs up. I have no idea. You know, thank you very much, Dallo, by the way, for the super chat. Now I can go ahead and retire. I got $3.75. Thank you very much, Mr. Dallo. That means I'm headed towards retirement. YouTube, what a great thing it is. What was I going to say? Surat, Japan, and Tibet. So I don't know what else other than that I'm going to do. I got no idea. I don't think I'm going to be streaming until at least Sunday, maybe until sometime next week. I don't know, but maybe on Sunday I'll stream. It depends, you know. Oh yeah, another 6 thumbs up, please. That would be very nice. 6 thumbs up, and I make another couple of bucks. Yeehaw! What should I eat today? Should I eat Japanese food? Some sushi? Should I eat some ramen? Should I eat some curry? Should I eat a New Zealand steak? Should I have some fettuccine with a piece of salmon on top of it? I don't know. I've eaten Japanese quite a bit in the last couple of months. Maybe I'll get some eel. I don't know. I don't feel like it, you know? I don't feel like having a steak for some reason. Spaghetti bolognese. I think maybe I'm a poor babe from a poor family. It's all I can afford. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen, just because I disagree or tell you, shut up, doesn't mean that I hate you or I don't want you around or I'm kicking you off. Doesn't mean any of that. It's just me. That's how I am. And you know what? If people don't like that, what am I going to say? He asks what he should have, names off things, and then says he doesn't want it. That's so Scott. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Yes. I think I know what I want. You are the same without eyebrows. Don't I have eyebrows? I'm thinking of having the ramen. It's a little expensive at that one place, or I could just go out there really cheap 79 baht ramen right over here. You mean Tom? Tom. How many likes we got? Now we got 29. How many more do we need, Daldo? Oh, that was Mr. Tom. Yes. Actually, I had coffee with him yesterday. I meant to have coffee with him today, not to stream with him, but just because today is 2 for 1 day. You pay for one drink and you get another drink for free. I told him, I said, listen, come, I'll buy a drink and you get the one for free. But I forgot. I thought yesterday was Wednesday, and it was not. And so we're here, and I go, wait a minute. What do you mean? Why do I have to pay twice? And she goes, because it's Tuesday. I go, Tuesday? And Tom goes, no, it's Wednesday. And I go, yeah, it's Wednesday. And she goes, no, it's Tuesday. And I looked and I go, oh, yeah, you're right. It's Tuesday. Okay, no problem. So, but we had a nice long chat, and, that's it is what it is. Anyway, Tom reminds me of my friends my parents had when I was young. Kind of freaks me out. Hey, how about a thumbs up, please? Give me two more thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. That's all I need, and then I'm gonna say la vie. I'm gonna say sawadi and all that. Okay, we got one more. Now I just need one more. That's all I need, right? Only one more thumbs up. I'm still trying to reach 20,000 subscribers, and I'm getting closer and closer. But please, oh, somebody just took it out. Great, way to go. We can only give one thumbs up. If I could, I would give you two. Well, somebody just put up, there you go, 30. And now I need one more. Yeah, unless you got like 20 different accounts, you can't do that. And, there's some people that do that all the time. They got many, many accounts, and I don't know how they do it. Now, I'm thinking about maybe having some cow soy, which is a very good dish from up in the Chiang Mai neighborhood. But you know what? I think I'll stick with the I'll have some eel. The seconds are ticking away. We just need one more thumbs up. One more thumbs up. Anybody? Yeah, cow soy is good. I like cow soy, but again, not all the time. You know, nobody wants to give me another thumbs up because they don't want me to get to 31. They don't want me to get to 31. Yeah, I think I'm just going to splurge. I'm going to splurge and I'm going to have myself some eel. Now, that eel is 255 baht. So difficult to get number 31. What is going on here? Dallo, did you give me a thumbs up? It's very good. Tastes like goat brains. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 10 Chinese girls. You're number 31, but it only shows 30. What happened to all the Chinese girls? They're all gone. I'm still waiting. I'm like sitting here, hoping I get my dollar. What is it? $1.75 or something like that. $1.90. I don't know what it is. I can't believe it. I guess everybody's already done what they have to do. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Even if I can't get 31, I only get 30. That's fine. So I really appreciate it. And I guess that's it. I guess the stream has run its course. Whatever. There you go. There's number 31. I love it. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very, very good. A whopping 31. I can't complain. So anyway, 32. Oh, there we go, Dowlow. We're there. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll say thank you 100 times. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the chat. And yeah, um, hopefully things will go well. I talked to the doctor last night. I said, "Oh, so this is a surgery that's done all the time?" He said, "Well, it's done quite often. A lot of people have it." He goes, "But it's a very complex surgery because you have to do everything and not get to the nerves and all this other stuff." And I was like, "Oh man." So, you know, maybe, I don't know. I think Dallow's gone, but that's all right. Um, but it's one thing. I've had several surgeries, and I was just like, all right, well, whatever happens, happens. And before I went under, I was like, please let me come back. And but with him, it's a little different because even though he's what 22 now, what is he 23? He's still my kid, you know. So that's how it goes. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you again, and I will talk to you guys when I talk to you. Um, until next time, I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, and I'm gonna go have myself a little bit of lunch here, and I will talk to you all later. Choke Nilel Jerken Mai. That is thank you, and until next time, see you later. All righty, ciao.